begin with the demands for accountability in Uvalde after that mass shooting that took 21 lives at Robb Elementary School. Footage from inside that school during that shooting was released to the public today in response to the outcries for transparency from police and public officials. We will air some of that footage, and I want to warn you, it is graphic. You can see the mass shooter walking through the hallway, hear shots being fired, and see law enforcement officers wait for more than an hour before making entry into the classroom. Now, you won't see anybody being shot. You won't hear any screams or see any blood. The reason why we're showing you this video is to help clarify that narrative around what officers did and didn't do during the mass shooting in Uvalde. This first clip shows the moment the gunman walked inside the school. Let's take a look. That gunman entered Robb Elementary through a back door. He walked in with ease and within minutes began firing inside a classroom on the left-hand side. You could see a student was the first to witness this traumatizing moment. Now, we've blurred their face to protect their identity. That student almost follows that gunman down the hall, but once the child hears the gunfire, they run away to safety. Shortly after that, and within 4 minutes, is when we see response from law enforcement. This next video is a time lapse from the moment half a dozen armed officers arrived on scene. This is shortly after hearing gunfire from one of the classrooms. The officers retreat and gather at the end of the hallway. In those 45 minutes, more and more manpower and equipment arrives, including more rifles, more ballistic shields, even gas canisters. This is just one of many clips of that 77-minute surveillance footage from inside the school. We're aware that this content will be sensitive for many to watch and want to be as transparent as possible as to why we're showing this footage. CBS 19 and our parent company, Tegna, feel it's important to share it as lawmakers and families continue to demand answers and accountability. A full walkthrough of this video can be seen on our website, cbs19.tv. As many families continue to grieve what happened on that day, many East Texas school districts are preparing their staff and law enforcement officers for a potential active shooter scenario. Jose Alonso went to Bullard for a behind-the-scenes look at how local law enforcement stays prepared.
Sit. Moving. Move.
It's the school-based law enforcement course 2195. It is for law enforcement officers who work in a school setting.
A training that brings together officers
Reach on me, reach on me.
from the local and state levels.
They are going to be here if we have a problem or an issue and need them. So it's a great opportunity to train together. This is part of the governor's orders to have all law enforcement in school settings trained.
After the tragic shooting in Uvalde, Governor Greg Abbott sent a letter to the Texas School Safety Center. It said that districts must create school safety and security committees and that they are required to meet 3 times a year, with one being in the summer. But practicing like this is not new.
This training has been going on for several years. This is a program brought to communities through Texas State University and the ALERT program there. This is just one of the many programs that they offer to law enforcement as well as to civilians as far as a response to an active attack.
According to Sergeant Gene Dark with DPS, there are other programs as well, like the civilian response to an active attack, which educates the public on what to do if they're caught in a shooting situation. Bullard ISD staff will take part in this training.
It educates the public. I've done it at churches. I've done it at different businesses. We do them all over the state of Texas, educating the public. And if anybody is interested in having that done at their place of business or at their place of worship, we are more than happy to fulfill that need.
And we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep all of our kids safe, all of our families, our entire community as safe as possible. And that's part of what this training is that our people are trained and ready to go in the event that they ever have to respond to something.
In Bullard, Jose Alonso, CBS 19.